Hello everyone, MarcusWolfe here, welcoming you back to another episode of Path of the Midnight Sun, here in this cozy little coffee bar. I'll say it one more time, like I said in the last episode, coffee bar, so beautiful image, nice artwork, oh so cozy, oh. Anyway, last we left off, we learned of Faratras. Well, we are playing as Faratras, and we saw her royal side where she's like addressing her people, soldiers, what have you. And then when she's in this coffee bar with Lulu, she's a completely different person. She's like normal, none of that royal huffy puffiness. And now, after eating a wonderful croissant, chef's kiss to Faratras' standards, of course, we are going to go ahead and continue on with the game. More importantly, to the training grounds. Out of my curiosity, I do want to see what the Hoikade Hall is like. I mean, I don't know, I could be wrong, but, yeah. Me one moment here. There we go, that should be a bit better. There we go. Oof. I clicked out of the screen by mistake. Okay, that's better, yeah. So, yeah, the game was chugging just a little bit, but it was my own stupid fault. I still had Firefox running in the background, and I usually have like 9 to 10 tabs open at the same time, so that drags down the memory a bit. Close the tab, and now that slight little chug is kinda gone. I have no reason to be here, so yeah, let's just go training. So it looks like at the beginning they're just hand-holding you to where you need to go, which is perfectly fine, because it's all tutorial. But if it continues on later in the game with the hand-holdy for the exploration, I might raise some questions. But right now, it's acceptable. It's perfectly acceptable. What's not acceptable are these load times. I have no excuse now. I have nothing else running except OBS and this game. Why are we having terrible load times? I trained for so many years here with Master Alvano. Feels a bit nostalgic. I still come here every now and then to train the shaman troops, but not as often as of late.
At long last, you've arrived.
Uh-oh. I would recognize that voice anywhere. Oh, jeez.
You're late, you know.
I'm sorry, I'm just looking at Lyvonis' artwork style. You can already tell he is quite possibly cocky. Kind of reminds me of Shinon a little bit from, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. Kind of has that cocky pose to him. It's like, huh, you're late, you know that? It's like, kind of cocky-ish. Late. Actually, Lyvonis, I'm not. 10:15? Last I checked, it's only 10:05.
Hate to admit it, but you're right.
I won't fall for your traps that easily, you know.
Whatever. Are you ready for your training, Lady Faratras?
Of course. I wouldn't be here otherwise.
Then show me the power of the Vassal. The same power that kept the soul of the Demon King in prison for 21 years.
It's not merely power that allowed that, Lyvonis.
Oh, Lyvonis. Okay, thank you, Faratras, again for correcting me. Please, keep correcting me, Faratras, with these names. Hoikade and Lyvonis.
It took an awful lot of hard work, and everyone's support, too. And I'm sure you're able to understand that as well, since you are the only eligible substitute to become the next vassal in case I fail.
Oh. Oh, well, you know what, that makes sense. Excuse me. That does make sense, that there will be a fail-safe in case something happens. It makes sense.
What could you understand, lady? You were born privileged, surrounded by riches, blessed by powerful magic.
So, Lyvonis is a peasant, and apparently he has there's no love lost between these two. Apparently from Lyvonis' side it's because of her royal heritage. Oh dear. Oh, please, it's more complicated than that. Trust me.
You didn't need to climb the ranks, nor train hard every day to acquire more power.
I beg to differ, but I doubt you'd listen to me anyway.
Enough with this nonsense! If you're really that good, then prove it! Come forth, shamans!
They've got names, you know, not just shamans.
Soon you won't be lecturing me anymore. It'll be clear to everybody that the superior vassal is me.
I wanted to kickstart this training a bit differently, but, well, here I come.
I'm not sure how I feel about Lyvonis. It's very... I really don't know how I feel about him. Very strange.
Can't stop now.
Anyway, battle! Faratras, will know magic. Mensana, applies region to myself for 3 turns. I actually don't know. Do I want to do that now? And, you know what? What the hell not? Let's do it. Yes, Never know. Something wrong would happen. Especially when they attack first. I think I did a good thing. Magic. And magic. Yeah, we're gonna have some pain here, aren't we? This is gonna... Yeah, we definitely need to focus. I use regen for a reason.
The vassal's will is
Okay, good. That's fine. That's fine. It counters their attacks
The vassal's will
pretty
is
well.
unbending.
Pretty well. Yes, it's unbending. I'm just gonna... they have name. Wow, that's actually a great attention to detail. Lyvonis just called them shamans. And Faratras said they have names. And they're actually named enemies. That is such a wonderful attention to detail. That we're playing as Faratras, so therefore, as her, we see each of the enemies, training enemies, with names. Oh, that is such a wonderful touch. I applaud them. They did not... Seriously, they did not have to do that. They totally did not. And that they chose to do that to make that small little attention to detail really highlights Faratras' character. That is good. That is good. It's a small thing, but those small things add up. And it really reflects Faratras' character, that she cares about her people. And now here we are, about to beat them into a bloody pulp. Oh dear. But yeah, it's really such a great attention to detail. The sole developer, I'm so sorry to the sole developer if he, for some reason, is watching this. I can't remember your name at this moment. I think it's Alfred? I'm sorry if it's not. But, yeah, such kudos to you for this attention to detail. It really is so great. I am surprised at that. I really, really am. And thank you so much for that. It adds character to Faratras. Character where sometimes it normally doesn't happen in video games. So it really is a very pleasant surprise. That said, this tells you how strong Faratras is. She just one-shot everything. Oh, well, she's level 8. Of course she can one-shot them. We lose all our MP, unfortunately, but we get 20 bucks, medicinal herb, and magic dust. Common dust used in alchemy and forging to enhance various items. Okay. So we can enhance items. Maybe we could also create? That'll be an interesting thing. Well, that wasn't too hard, but I didn't come out unscathed. I think this is the best time to drink the potion that Mally gave me. Much better already.
It can't be!
This training is supposed to be useful to you too as the substitute vassal. So no need to look so defeated. Why don't we train together instead?
What would you know?
I refuse. I don't like your style. Sure, the way you can use shadow magic is superb, I admit it. But that precise control requires a lot of time. In exchange for great offense and defense, your movements became slow. He may be arrogant, but he's indeed insightful for having noticed that. That's true. And? Therefore, your magic wouldn't be able to keep up against a great number of enemies. I hate that you're smug about it, but you are right, because those two training partners, Yeah, they moved faster than Faratras. I will give you that, Lyvonis. He'd be suppressed before even being able to move a finger.
There's no other
I'm
solution.
well aware of my weaknesses, Lyvonis, which is why I also came up with proper solutions. I'm now able to cast Negris. Nergus. You're kidding me! It's the truth, and I'll show you if you wish.
It can't be!
You're just bluffing! Time for the second round! Fine then. On guard. Nergus? I really don't know how to pronounce that, but I can only guess. Oh, will these have names too?
I can't stop now.
I don't know, but I will have to go to skill. We can't even use Nergus. Defends, then strikes a random foe. Stronger if you get hit. Oh wait, I can just do it now? Are you serious? I can just do it now? Really? I'm confused on that one then. So I can just use it now, even though I have little magic? Or is it contingent as like a counterattack kind of deal? Because it say defend first and then... Yeah, see, there it is. Faratras does not have enough MP. Oh, okay. I get it now. Let me check real quick. Roger, Noak, New. Yep. Still have names. Good job there, guys. Good job.
I can't stop now.
Okay, so while it can be used without enough magic, it serves as defending. But when there is enough magic, then it will... Okay, I see. And of course, it's stronger if I get hit. I don't know if it accumulates after multiple hits, but at the very least, it works with Faratras being slow, because she will get hit, but then Nergus will kick in at the end and become a stronger attack. So it makes sense. It's kind of like a counter attack, if you will. Defending and counter attack. A counter attacking magic.
Here's my power.
Is this a crit, or is this just her Nergus? I really don't know if that was her crit or what. Both in the rear are approaching, mana burst. Let's keep using Nergus, because I am very curious about it. Yes, Not to mention that if I don't defend, Faratras could easily die here. I mean, she's already taking less damage, but it's still kinda significant. Which brings into point Lyvonis, I can't remember his name. That smug guy's point. Faratras is kind of brittle, and she's slow. And that slowness is going to kill her. I mean, she could barely handle three training partners right now, simply because she has Nergus and is defending and attacking. If that did not exist, I don't think this training would go so well. So it would actually say critical if it's a crit hit. So when she's using Nergus, that's just her normal background art. If it has that golden lightning blue hue there, then that's crit. Good to know. And it'll also say crit in the top right corner. For the dummies that don't notice it. Uncommon yes, I know what bronze is. It's an uncommon alloy. Well. Are you happy now? Lyvonis? Lyvonis? I need to learn your name?
Impossible.
Lyvonis. Okay, I was right somewhere along the line. Lyvonis. Ugh.
You've truly mastered the Nergus spell.
Nergus. Okay, Lyvonis. I don't like your smugness, but thank you for teaching me that is Neregus. I will say Neregus. Neregus. Whew. It was an intense battle, but I hope this serves as a lesson for him.
Do you understand now? I haven't been slacking off as you seem to think. I've always taken my duty as the vassal very seriously, Lyvonis. And I'm sure you'd do the same if you were in my shoes.
I will learn the Nergus spell too. And I'll show you that I can be a better vassal than you.
No offense, but I seriously hope you don't become the vassal. That means I'd be dead. But at least this should have taught him a lesson. He's a talented mage, but a bit too arrogant.
If I fail, I seriously hope you become a better vassal than me. But I don't think you're quite there yet, young man.
Oh, what a splendid display of strength and composure.
Oh, hello, sir.
The perfect balance for any respectable vassal, I'd say.
Master Alvano, I'm pleased to see you again.
Oh, the pleasure is mine, Lady Faratras.
A very proper gentleman with his arms folded behind his back and standing up straight. Very proper gentleman.
Greetings, Master. I didn't expect to see you here today, but I'm nonetheless grateful for your presence.
My meeting with Queen Mooney ended early. I'm glad to see you're doing well, Lyvonis.
It's all thanks to your teachings, Master. Soon I'll become the best vassal that Hoikade has ever seen. Her, for sure.
Oh, my. I see you still speak to Lady Faratras in that manner of yours. Rivalry can be a powerful fuel for your growth, but it can also burn you from the inside.
Exactly, Master Alvano. Thank you for voicing what was in my mind.
Master Alvano is right. You should relax.
There's a reason why I keep acting like this, you know? It's because no vassal ever died of old age. Eventually, the Demon King will break the seal, killing them in the process.
So, knowing that if you become the vassal, you decide to be a cold-ass person so you can avoid making connections. Is that what I'm getting? I mean, considering the circumstances, okay, but what's the point of being a vassal if you don't have connections along the way? I mean, really? Just think about it. You know when you're gonna die. At least you can make some connections and not go, oh, I have all the time in the world, I can wait. Come on, man. I mean, well, I guess everyone responds to knowing their death date in different ways, but seriously? That's very pessimistic, Lyvonis. Very pessimistic.
Deep down, you know better than anyone that Faratras is different, my pupil. It's true that the previous 3 vassals were overcome by the demon, but none of them endured 21 years as Faratras has.
Oh my god. No one has endured 20... Oh my god, they all die young. Jesus. Okay, I take that back. I take that back slightly, Lyvonis. That... Oh, god. None of them have lived for 21 years. Oh, no. Yeah, okay, never mind. I can see your point, Lyvonis. I can see your point. You don't even get to be an adult. You just... die.
We should start worrying only if Lady Faratras shows any sign of corruption.
With all due respect, it's not a matter of if, but when it happens, Master. I'll need to be ready at that crucial time. I have to surpass Lady Faratras and ensure even more than 21 years of peace for our people.
Well, let's be pragmatic. I won't let the Demon King break free. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen at some point. Otherwise, this game does not exist. So let's be pragmatic. That's too optimistic. I'll be perfectly honest. I am glad to see that he's motivated. I am glad to see and hear he's motivated.
You may flatter me however much you want. It doesn't change the facts.
And of course, you throw it back in my face. Why do I even try? Why do I even try?
You were dead from the day you were chosen as the vassal, and this applies to me too. But you lack determination.
Calm down. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but we're here for training.
Yeah, he's definitely too aggressive, regardless of his reasons. Better focus on my training, as Master Alvano says.
My teacher, I've successfully mastered Nereges.
I caught a glimpse of it earlier. Ooh, that's truly impressive. It took me 30 years to get to your level.
With all due respect, Master Alvano, Faratras does not have 30 years to learn the spell.
Would you like to show me your version of the spell, milady?
Sure thing.
Oops, I did not mean to click. Join the fight too. Are you scared? Oh god. That feels like I'm baiting him, and I don't want to bait him. Just bring more soldiers, please.
Why me?
Everyone here seems exhausted. Can you lend us a hand and find more people?
I'd rather train by myself. Forgive me, Master Alvano. I'll see you at the next lesson.
My god,
I
really?
apologize for his behavior, Master.
Oh, don't worry about it. He's still young, but he's smart.
He's probably smart, but then he's playing... Oh god, it's playing into the trope that he's smart but arrogant. Oh dear. I don't like that trope. I don't like that trope, because not all smart people are arrogant. Which is obvious, but it kind of really plays into that trope.
You know better than anyone how strenuous this role may be. But I'm sure he'll overcome his internal struggles as well.
I hope so. Well, shall we do this then?
Yes, let's get started.
Wait, are we doing it now? Wait, what? Oh, okay. I thought we were actually fighting. I was like, wait a minute, this is driving a little bit too long. Oh, I'm really starting to feel all the fatigue.
You've grown well.
An exceptional display of skill, milady. Your precision and control of shadow magic has improved yet again. Well done.
I appreciate it.
Appreciated. How long have we been training? I was so focused that I've kinda lost track of time. No, it's been 3 hours since we started. 3 hours? Seems like I got carried away again. I need to go. I have a lot of, well, paperwork waiting for me in my room. Oh, don't overdo it, Lady Faratras. Damn, 3 hours of training? I'd be dead. I'd be dead. Dead on my feet. I used to do martial arts when I was in middle and high school. I attended 2 classes at the same time when I got into high school, because I was also training to become an instructor. 3 hours of training, even though there are breaks in between and you're actively teaching, it can still weigh down on you. All that moving and punching and being a punching bag, it weighs down on you. But, so 3 hours, Jesus. And I don't practice magic. I wish I could practice magic, but alas, we live in the real world where magic of this caliber doth not exist. I would love it to exist, but maybe in another life, right? But until then, well, not until then, until... Whatever, I lost my point. I will see you all in the next episode, where we will continue on and go do some paperwork in Faratras' room. Assumedly it's paperwork since she hesitated, but, yeah, you know, it could be just hesitation and she's telling the truth. We'll know next time. Until then, later everyone.